So, welcome everybody to the VD Racing League Friday tier round 3 of season 3. We're here in Marina Bay, Singapore for the third race of this championship. Now, the driver standings, top 3 drivers are Damian with 35 points, and then Kevin Van Dijk is second with 30 points. Both of them represent the Ferraris, and they're being followed by Jamie Ray or J Ray in the Williams. He has 27 points. Damian and Kevin Van Dijk are both Dutch. So 2 Dutch drivers for the Ferrari. And then a German driver is Jamie Ray. And now we're just waiting for qualifying to proceed. Let me actually see who's here. So yeah, it looks like Kevin Van Dijk at least is here. J Ray is here. Who else? Is Damian here? Damian does not seem to be here at the moment, which is unfortunate. So he will not be able to defend his number 1 spot in the championship. And wow, it looks like we have, that's wonderful, we have the standings showing up now on the stream also. That's a great new addition. We had a discussion about that with the race director, Martin. So I'm very happy that he's been able to implement it. By the way, qualifying is just about to commence here in Marina Bay. So yeah, as I said, Damian is not racing today, so he will not be able to defend his current first place in the standings. Now that both Kevin Van Dijk and Jamie Ray are here. Jamie Ray, I'll start referring to as J Ray from now on, so they'll be able to challenge Damian's number 1 position. So I'm not sure if the stream is, I think the stream is still showing the standings, but yeah, you can see there the constructors standings are also available. So yeah, Ferrari, as Damian and Kevin Van Dijk are both Ferrari drivers, they of course have a massive lead with 65 points, and I think it was LP with 30 points. Currently second in the constructor standings. Qualifying is about to commence now. So we're just waiting for the first drivers to get onto the track here at Marina Bay. Okay, qualifying has started. All drivers currently in the pit lane. We'll see who sets off first, and I see there a car is coming out of the pit. It seems to be an Alfa Romeo, which tells me that it's Sebi. And they are now one of the Ferraris. Yup, it is Sebi. Ferrari is also coming out. There's Frietzaus there in the McLaren. Sebi now a pit lane, and it is Otla. Will be first to start the qualifying here in Marina Bay. Frietzaus now on his old lap also. Now Kevin Van Dijk. So interesting to see here, Marina Bay of course will be the first street circuit of the championship. And what I've understood, drivers are more prone to crashing in these types of circuits. So Marina Bay, Baku, and Monaco are all some of the tougher circuits. Has the stream gone down? Yes, stream is down. And stream seems to be back up now. That's very nice. So we luckily didn't miss anything. It was only a few seconds. By the way, we're still on board with Sebi, who has not yet started his out lap, but he will be the first to do so. So it'll be interesting to see what kind of sector times and lap times in general the drivers will be able to procure today. I'm not sure if what I commented before went through, but of course, more challenging kind of track are these street circuits. So I expect to see a little bit more crashing than usually. Otherwise, Sebi has just begun his fast lap here. And I'll be really interested to see if he is able to beat some of the top drivers here. Kevin Van Dijk and J-Ray at least have been very fast. I also know Jix is a fast driver. Frietzaus is also often in the top. And so is Dutchy sometimes, but we just have to see. It all varies so much. And Sebi seems to be quite a bit slower than Frietzaus behind him. As you can see on the map, he's caught up. Yeah. So we'll see what happens here. Yeah. Frietzaus is right behind Sebi. Let's see now, caution on sector 1, somebody I think has crashed. Sebi sets a time of 1:36, but it is immediately beat by Frietzaus. Sets a time of 1:30, he's much faster. Much faster, ain't nothing on that. And now Kevin Van Dijk beats the fastest time, sets a 1:29.957. And yeah, I'm expecting Owen Jix beats him there, 1:29.750. So, and now NLC 1:31. So okay, so we've been looking at the time of perhaps 1:29 approximately for the fastest time. Jans sets up a time of 1:29.8. He's around 500ths of a second slower than Jix. By the way, now on board with Bugrefobian on sector 2 at the moment. Let's see what kind of time he will get. The two Alpines leading qualifying at the moment. Both have surpassed the 1:30 line. Bugrefobian there goes P7, time of 1:32.6 in the Mercedes. That's alright. Now J-Ray, it will be interesting to see how he does. As you know, he's third in the standings at the moment. So we'll see. We'll see how he does here. He's representing Williams here. His teammate is Hahn there, 6th at the moment. Now J-Ray, I expect him to do quite well. Maybe he's gonna finish. If I recall correctly, he's usually been a bit faster than Kevin Van Dijk in qualifying. So maybe he'll finish 3rd. I'm not sure really. There's only a small gap between Jans and Kevin Van Dijk, and then an even smaller gap between Jans and Jix. So it's going to be interesting. Yeah, I'm looking at the circuit now and it is so challenging looking. There, J-Ray was in a bit of grip off the exit of that turn there. No driver has yet crashed, which is of course good. And only 8 drivers after around 7 minutes of qualifying have even set a lap time. Now we'll see if J-Ray is allowed to pull into the finish line here. I think it's going to be a good time. Let's see. Yeah, it's a very good. That is a massive lot if he wants to challenge that. Now what is Classy? Now Classy is here. I haven't even realized Classy is a really fast driver. I know this. I've seen him win races. So perhaps, oh, another grip loss there. Perhaps he'll do well as also. He is Sebi's teammate with the Alfa Romeo now. I don't think that these two drivers could be any more different from another. One is usually at the top of the standings and the other is usually at the bottom. Now Classy, let's see here. There's I think that's a Haas ahead of him. So hopefully that doesn't impact his qualifying lap too much. Dutchy has said what was I mean again? Well, either way, Dutchy has set a time of 1:43.1. Something must have happened or he must have gone really slow. Classy is 4th with that time. It's a 1:29.928. It's not a bad time, it's not that good either. Now on board the Sireni 200 with the Alfa Tauri. He sometimes can do alright, but we'll see now how he does today. It may perhaps be alright. No, it's not gonna be a very fast time. I think he wants to play it safe for the start there. At least get some lap time in before committing to a big push. Now both with Radix, who has not yet set a time. And I should probably remind you that we will only have one session of qualifying, so there will not be a Q2 or a Q3, but the race will begin immediately after this lap. After this session. So after the 8 minutes are gone, no Q3 or no Q2 or Q3. Had a bit of a technical issue there, but I think that's fine. On board with Kevin on here. He improves his time a lot and moves second with that time from 5th, but it's not enough, not even close to J-Race time. So yeah. Now we're here with Frietzaus. He's currently 6th. Yeah, I knew he was gonna be good. And he's second with that time. It's an amazing time there, I cannot lie. 1:29.5. That's Frietzaus has outdone himself with that time. He's usually not being quite able to challenge Kevin Von Dijk or J-Ray, but with that time he definitely is. However, I'm a bit surprised that nobody has been able to come in within a second of J-Ray. But we'll see now Jigs on his outlap. He might be the one to do it after he at least starts his fast lap. And we still have one driver who hasn't been able to set a lap. It's Ken with the Aston Martin. But at least he hasn't crashed, so hopefully he will be able to set a lap time at some point. Now on board with him. It looks like this is his fast lap by the way he's driving. So ideally he will get a lap time set here and move to some place. Dutchy at the moment last with a time of 1:43.1. So hopefully he's able to challenge that. Still nobody has been quite able to challenge J-Ray. But ideally someone will. Could it be Ken? Perhaps he could. I'm not sure really how fast his time is here. And maybe it's gonna be a good time. No, I don't think so. Maybe, let's see. It's gonna be somewhere around the 1:30 mark. Coming into the finish line now. Where did he finish? I'm looking for him right now. Yeah, he finished 7th there with 129.99, just under 1:30. By the way, now on board is Jigs. Sector 3, now hopefully he's able to improve his time a lot to kind of catch up to J-Ray, or for some kind of competition. Because if J-Ray is this much faster than the rest, then it would look to me as if we're gonna have a very, very boring race. However, now Jigs, Jigs is able to put that challenge in. It's a time of 128.6, but still falls 4/10 of a second short of J-Ray. Now both with Jans. Sector 2 currently, we'll see what kind of time he will get for Sector 2. But again, we're hoping that he's able to improve a lot so that we can see some more interesting qualifying here. By the way, around 4 minutes and 15 seconds remaining, and our qualifying standings are as follows: J-Ray, Jigs, Frietzaus, Kevin Van Dijk, Jans, Classic, Ken, NLC, Ragic, Haan, Burgerphobia, Finishing Art, Sireni 200, Seppi, and Daci. Now Jans, I kinda missed the Sector 2 time, but we're just gonna have to see how he looks coming into the finish line. No, it's not gonna be a good time. And he's spinning. So we didn't even go for it. Okay, Haan. The moment following, he's 10th. The gaps are really not that big, but Haan's gap to the Ragic is. So yeah, no, and he's also pitting. Finishing Art pitting. Most drivers pitting. I think they're gonna go for maybe one fast lap before the end of the day here. Or end of qualifying rather. And Frietzaus has crashed out of the session. Most unfortunately, so he will not be able to improve his time, which is currently holding him in P3. Our time of 129.5. Kevin Van Dijk is close to that time, is 100th of a second slower than that. Now Classy overtook a driver there on his outlaps, and it doesn't matter, but I guess he just wants to be ahead. It's one of the Haas drivers, and yeah, both of them are a little bit slower than him, so really it's understandable why he would do so. But at the moment, I'm surprised. Perhaps drivers realize that this is a difficult circuit and have thus been more careful than they would normally, because only one driver has crashed out. Oh, and there goes another, and it's Jigs. It's Jigs there, he's crashed out of the session. So we're now following Classy here. He starts his fast lap. Hopefully he's able to set a good time here. He's at the moment 6th, and he's around 1.3 tenths slower than Jans, who is P5. So if he's able to say, improve by half a second, which of course is a major improvement, but it's nothing impossible, he would move up by quite a bit. He would actually move up all the way into 3rd. So we'll see here. Now at the moment, Sector 2. I haven't been good with sector times today. I haven't been able to catch any of them. But let's see now Sector 2 time how it looks. He avoids the R in there. Ooh, what the swat. That was a lot faster, I think, than previously. Let's see now. Yeah, it's almost a second faster. So Glassy, I think, is on the hunt here for a really, really fast time. Now pulling into the final corner here. Let's see. It's gonna be close. And he moves into third indeed. Yes, he does. And as he does, he gets a time of 1:28.75. And now we're on board this J-Ray, who now starts. He's at the moment the pole driver, and he's just been able to begin his fast lap here. There's a Haas ahead of him, and the Haas just, I think, nudges the wall a bit there. But J-Ray, I don't think will have any pressure regarding the lap here, because he will not be surpassed. Oh, the Haas is much, much slower. Let's see, I think he wants to go around him. Yeah. I think his hopes of a... Oh, and Sebi 14 has just been disqualified. Interesting. By the way, we're on board with Classy here, and I'm not sure if Classy is still going for another fast lap. He should be, hopefully. Let's see his sector 2 time. Is there an improvement brewing? No, there's not, so he's not going for a fast lap. He's just gonna park in the pits, I guess. J-Ray, however, first. And yeah, Kevin Van Dijk, I think, is still on a fast lap. Or perhaps it's an in-lap, I'm not sure. Other way. Oh, what's that? Jans moves into P4. Out of nowhere. I guess Classy did go for a fast lap, but perhaps it's just, failed to really get anything out of it. By the way, on board with Kevin Van Dijk here, he's still gonna try to improve a little bit. He could catch Frietzaus here. Frietzaus has his feet, but he's crashed out. And he improved his sector time there slightly. I think it was like 0.05 of a second. If he's able to improve a little bit, not more, it's about a 10th slower than Frietzaus, so if he's able to improve a little bit more, then he will be able to surpass him. Let's see, I didn't quite catch that. I think he did. Did he? I didn't see there. I'm not sure. And no, he didn't. So, we're gonna head into the race now. And J-Ray will start on pole position. He'll be followed by Jigs, then Classy, Jans, Frietzaus, Kevin Van Dijk, Ken, NLC Racing, Buggerfoden, Ragi, Han, Finishing Arts, Sireni 200, Dachi, and Sebi. And as I said, we will have the race immediately, and there will be no formation laps, so do not tune off the stream by any means. We will have the race start immediately. And as you remember, Kevin Van Dijk is currently second in the standings. J-Ray is third, but J-Ray will start first, so he's of course gonna have a big advantage going in to the race here. So now we will be just waiting for the race to begin. We see what kind of strategies the drivers employ. Going into the race here in Marina Bay. Now I can't recall off the top of my head what the race length is in terms of laps, but it's half that of a full race, so if you're a really big Formula fan, you'll know by heart the Marina Bay race length, so you just have that to get today's race. And for those who are like me and can't remember all the race lengths by heart, we will see that soon once the race begins. Otherwise, we're still waiting. And now you can hear the beeping, so we're about to get off into the start line. And now we're ready. And lights out and away we go, and let's see now how it's gonna go here in the start. J-Ray holds the lead and gets a very good start. Glassy second, Jigs third, Jans fourth, Frietsos fifth, and Kevin Van Dijk sixth, although he's battling with Ken there. So no major overtakes or changes there after the start. So now on board with Jigs here. He's third. And NLC has already left a bit of a gap there between himself and Ken. Ken, we're on board with him now. He's sixth. There seems to have been some shenanigans there at the top bottom. I don't remember Han being last, so of course something took place. Here's the possible race strategies you'll see, so I think maybe some teams will go for the one-stop strategy, some teams will go for the two-stop strategy. And it's gonna be interesting to see rather. But now basically we have 7 drivers on top here. They're J-Ray, Glassy, Jigs, Jans. Oh, and there we have Sireni 200, he's just spun. Let's see if he's able to get back in the race. Hopefully, yeah, I think he is. There. I think that might have caused some shenanigans with Han and Sebi there, but hopefully nothing too major. By the way, on board with Finishing Hard here, Finishing Hard is just 0.3 seconds behind NLC Racing. As we have the first lap of the race completed. Oh, and NLC goes very, very wide there, and that's allowed Finishing Hard to surpass him easily. And Ragik is pitting, so perhaps he had some issue there from the start. Nobody else pits quite yet. Something's clearly happened there in the back sectors. By the way, now we're on board with Bigger Fubian following NLC Racing. I think he's looking to get an overtake here at some point. Really, I'm not sure what the best sectors or best straights for overtaking are. I think that's the like straight 1. You can see it labeled on the minimap. 1, so like the straight that kind of curves right. And it seems to be the longest straight. So perhaps that one I haven't watched. Oh, there's big issues there. Bigger Fubian off the turn. Nobody threatening him from behind quite, but he loses a bit of time there to NLC Racing. And Han now surpasses Sebi for P12. And J-Ray, you can see, has formed a bit of a gap between himself and Glassy. So J-Ray at the moment is having an easy lead. And now DRS has been enabled, so perhaps Jigs is gonna go for some sort of a move. Of course he'd like to do so. Jigs, one of the drivers, a favorite to win today. Glassy, Jigs, J-Ray, they're all very fast drivers. Kevin Van Dijk also. Frietsos and Jans. Frietsos, I know he's been quite fast, but I can't recall now how fast Jans has usually been, so perhaps we'll see some new faces today succeeding also. By the way, on both with Jigs, and now this is the second major straight. It's not really a major straight. Sireni 200 has just had a pit stop there, so perhaps he had some issue of that crash earlier. Sebi has been given a penalty. And we're there, it's a 3-second penalty, so I'm guessing it's for track limit violations. That's what it usually is. By the way, we're now on board with Jans, who's P4. So there's really now J-Ray, who's leading the race, and he's being followed by something of a chase back of the drivers Glassy, Jigs. Oh, and it's a virtual safety car now. Severe collision with Wilbur Fubi, and Dutch has been penalized. What's happened there? 5-second penalty, and a lot of cars are now pitting. Really, has anybody crashed out because of that? It doesn't seem so. But Dutch had apparently a major crash. NLC Racing has been given a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. So we'll see now. There he is. And he's also being, there's a bit of a visual glitch there, but he's being given a new front wing. So perhaps he had some issue there. Sebi has been given a 5-second time penalty for being in the pit lane. And Classy has fallen 7th. Oh, but that's because Classy pitted. Okay, so it's Classy, Jigs, NLC, Buggerphobian, Dutchy, Sebi, and Sireni who are pitted now. And that's left J-Ray in the top. He still has that 2.5 second lead. And that's because of Delta, which you can't surpass. And wait. And a safety car is being deployed, so the virtual safety car is no longer enough. When did that happen? Yeah, just now they decided to deploy the actual safety car instead of the virtual safety car, so I don't know what to say about that. Interesting, you know, FBA, they always have these weird shenanigans. Now Jans is pitting. J-Ray decides still not to pit. Kevin Van Dijk also pitting. Frietslaus decides not to pit. And I think that this will benefit massively those drivers that are to already earlier pit. But this will allow at least the drivers in the back to catch up to the leaders. And we are now the first drivers forming up behind the safety car. Now, so how do we look? How do the standings look? After the deployment of the safety car. So J-Ray has the lead. It's being followed by Frietslaus, then Ken, finishing hard, Classy, Jigs, Jans, Kevin Van Dijk, Han, NLC, Buggerphobian, Ragit, Dutchy, Sebi and Sireni. So to me the most interesting, of course, Kevin Van Dijk. So we have a bit of somewhat of underdogs currently from P2 and P3 and P4. Ragit pitting. Sireni 200 does not pit. So Ragit will have the last place of the race. And we have a lot of cars there forming behind the safety car, so we have I think we basically now have the top 8 racers. Well, you can't really count Kevin Van Dijk into it yet, but either way. And it'll be interesting to see how long the safety car goes on. I think they're probably gonna have it run for as long as how do I put this, as the last place drivers catch up. Buggerphobian has been given a 3-second time penalty now, and probably for track limit violations. That's what those usually are. But no penalties yet for J-Ray or any of the other top drivers. While Sebi already has an 8-second time penalty, so I'm guessing this track limit violation and then something else also. Not sure what that other thing is. Oh wait, we have still quite a few drivers there in the back. Some drivers on the pitch. Not sure who those are. It's Buggerphobian and LLC Racing who are in the pit lane. And now J-Ray hasn't pitted, and he's got 5-lap-old mediums. Frietslaus, Ken and Finishing Hard also haven't pitted. Classy, Jigs, Jans and Kevin Van Dijk all pitted for hard tires. So they're going for the long run here with that pit strategy, but J-Ray has opted not to pit to keep his P1 position. It's an interesting difference in strategy. We'll see who has bested it. And yeah, I think NLC Racing there served this penalty with the pit stop. We're still waiting for some drivers to catch up with the queue. We're now on board the Sebi 11. Probably, there's contact between him and I think that's Dutchy there. He goes a bit too fast into the corner behind the safety car. Really shouldn't speed behind the safety car. But, hopefully it's nothing too major. We'll see if he gets penalized for that. Either way, the rest of the cars are now slowly but surely pulling up into the queue. Safety car will not go in this lap, so we will wait another lap. But it's gonna be interesting here. I don't know really, are 6-lap-old mediums still better than 3-lap-old hards? I think they are. But they will, of course won't last as long. So J-Ray will pit sometime before Classy or Jake or Jans or Kevin Van Dijk. But now the rest of the queue seems to have caught up with the safety car, or the rest of the drivers seem to have caught up to the safety car queue. So I'm guessing that the FIA will have the safety car inning this lap. But we'll see. You know, sometimes they make senseless decisions over there. But before race restart will be interesting to see if anybody tries to make a move on J-Ray now that they have the opportunity, but I predict not. J-Ray was able to form a big gap behind him very fast after the safety car, after the race start previously, before the safety car was deployed. I suspect that he'll do that again here. Of course, he's on mediums, Frietzaus is on hards, but of course we'll have to see. A safety car in this lap, says race control, so there J-Ray leaves a bit of a gap behind him. He's of course gonna be the one to restart the race. It's gonna be interesting to see if Frietzaus can make any kind of a move on him. And I'll remind you of the order here now. J-Ray, Frietzaus finishing our classic jigs. Jans, Kevin Van Dijk, Haan, Dutchy, Sebi, NLC Racing, Wilder, Fulben, Sireni 200 and Rami. J-Ray, of course, was the fastest in qualifying, so he's still, I think, the favorite to win the race today. Anything can happen. I think it's gonna, into the last turn, accelerate to have the race start. No, Frietzaus lining him up there. He's real close. And now I think we're off. Now. Let's see here. Hopefully Frietzaus doesn't lose him immediately. J-Ray is a master of those starts where he immediately forms a gap behind him. Ken doesn't go for it. Wilder Fulben has ignored the yellow flag, so he's been given a 5-second time penalty, and that's more time penalties for him. Oh, there's contact between Sireni 200 and Ragic there. Oh, there's contact again, and he's put him out. Ragic has spun Sireni 200 out. Oh, what will the stewards think of that? I think Sireni 200 is fuming. Mitä helvettiä? Okay, there. I think I am once again the comment is also live. So there was a lot of things taking place previously. I'm sorry, yeah, there apparently was an issue with the commentator. I'm thankful that the director contacted me about it, so I've been able to fix it. Now, Frietza's pitting here. That's an interesting move. Why would he pit now? So Sireni to London, I think, will have a tiny opportunity. Oh, and he's suffering a penalty also. So you have a moment there to surpass him maybe for P13. By the way, still behind the safety car. That's bad for Frietza. Maybe he crashed or something. Yeah, I didn't see it. I'm sorry, there was issues with the commentator. Technical issues that were related to the stream crash. But it's fixed now, I think. Hopefully. So yeah, I don't know if Frietza's crashed during the safety car or something. It's a very odd time for him to pit. Very odd time for him to pit now. He pit for the mediums. And now he's lost. He's lost now. By the way, it's a second safety car already in this race. Hopefully we don't get too many of those. Of course, clean racing is what we all aspire for, however. And safety cars do offer some nice spice, if you know what I mean, into the races. Rain would also offer nice spice into the actual Formula 1 races, but you know, we can't have that now. if I, again, soloing a little bit there, whatever. These virtual races are luckily a little more interesting, as the race doesn't get immediately red flagged after literally anything. And oh, safety car Indy is already catched up, man. I think that's the correct choice. We don't need to sit in behind the safety car too much. So J-Ray still retains his lead, but he hasn't pitted. He's on the 9-lap-old medium tires. So it'll be interesting to see here if he's able to hold this for much longer. Other way, the race restart about to take place here. Watching the J-Ray now. And when will he set off? No, I believe, yeah, he's set up. Classy has, however, also got a good start. He's not able to form that gap immediately here. Let's see if Classy will immediately make a move. He's on the 7-lap-old hard tires. I think by now, those must be a little bit better than the mediums. I'm not sure there. Chicks has been given a time penalty. That's for track limit violations. Now that's major. Frietza was past Sireni there for second last place. And Sireni has spun again. That's unfortunate for him, really. Frietza takes now 2 more places. Oh, there's now 3 wide going into that turn. It's Brother Fubi and Jans and Hahn. What is that? There's a huge battle going on there. Oh my god. NLC Racing is... This is too hard for me to commentate even. The blue car there, Hahn, he's lost a lot of places. That was just some sheer chaos there. Now the McLaren, it's Frietza who touches Dutchy. Frietza's already moved up so many places. Kenny's out of the race. Sireni 200 is fallen back and they're still in the wall there. That's Hahn. What's happened now? This is getting crazy. Frietza's there making a pass on Dutchy. He makes it stick. Now Dutchy's also being passed there by Jans. Jans is 9th. J-Ray still holds the lead, but much more interesting things are happening behind. Actually, J-Ray hasn't been able to form that gap that he usually is able to form, so Classy is still following him, and so is Chicks and Kevin Van Dijk. Now Kevin Van Dijk is the leader of the championship. So, yeah. As I predicted, those medium tires that are 11 laps old now, and they're really starting to, well, slip, I guess I should say. I think it depends. J-Ray will want to keep racing with those tires for as long as he can. On both with Classy, we're waiting for the DRS to resume, so that Classy will have an easier time trying to overtake. He's now going to the second major straight. But this is not the best straight for passing. I still think that's the straight number 1 on the map. That's best for passing, not the main straight, not the straight that we were just at, or straight 3. Fritzos is past finishing, but Fritzos has been racing amazingly since that race restart there. He's now P8, P7. He was lost. Good. Alpines is racing from Alpine going to do it. We have a steal board with Glassy here. Kevin on takes seems to have... Glassy's going for the overtake layer. Let's see if we can make it count. But oh... Sure. Nugget pits, so does Han, and J-Ray still not pitting here. Oh, and Serenity 200 is failing to enter the pit lane. I have no words for this. I don't know what he's doing. Oh no, oh dear, oh dear. Alright, well, it is medium compound tires. That's, I think, like the 4th time he spun today. By the way, Jimmy still has the race lead. Classy's 2nd, Chick's 3rd, and... Oh, did the race resume already? I wasn't even looking. Yeah, the race did resume, and Classy just overtakes J-Ray. Immediately there. Classy overtakes J-Ray. We'll see if J-Ray is able to keep up with Classy. Oh, what's that? NLC Racing has completely crashed, and it's a safety car now. NLC Racing has crashed out of the session completely. It's a massive crash, and there's pit lane shenanigans. So J-Ray's out of the race. What's that? J-Ray's out of the race. There was a pit shenanigan. Oh. NLC Racing, yeah. What happened? That caused that. These replays, you really need to watch some replays here because I don't understand at all. How did J-Ray get crashed out of the session somewhere near the pit lane? I don't understand it at all. Alright, that gives Classy the lead of the race. Kevin takes 2nd. J-Ray, he's out. J-Ray's 3rd in the standings, but he's out now. He will not be able to improve those positions at all today. So we'll see, I guess then. Who is? It's unfortunate. I have no clue what happened. There was clearly I think it was some sort of a crash in the pit lane entry. Perhaps the drivers tried to go in there simultaneously. But whatever happened, J-Ray got the worst of it. He's now 11th. And now the lead drivers are forming up behind the safety car. Well, we're almost halfway through the race, and some 4 drivers have crashed out. It's easy. And Sebi was disqualified. Huh. Maybe I just missed that and that or forgot that took place. Well, we have some rules here. Safety car reduced. Yeah, safety car isn't reduced, so. Okay. Well, no settings changed, but safety car. Safety car has been employed a lot, but I think that it's been employed fairly. Like, you know, I think it makes sense to deploy the safety car here. I mean, the car crashed on the pit lane and first before that on the track, so yeah, J-Ray, I'll be interested to see what he thinks, or what he perhaps start having interviews at some point. Would be interesting to kind of get other perspectives also on, what happened. Because really, I don't know what happened, and I won't get a replay of what happened, so if you want to figure out what happened, then please join our Discord. Of course, J-Ray, an acting member there, he'll most certainly tell us and perhaps provide a clip of the event. But it's unfortunate, really. Sireni 200 passes a Rogic pitch again. You can see there now, for Rogic, the 5th stop of the race. And he's going, has decided not completely ditch the one-stop strategy. Lassie, by the way, holds the lead of the race. He stopped one time, and so have the other top 5 drivers. So clearly that has been the meta, as they say, of today. So Kevin Van Dijk is looking like he'll finish second, or at the moment he is second. Of course, things can change. I think Kevin Van Dijk's tires, as we look now, no, they're similar to classes, but Friets uses those fresher mediums. Han passes Dutchy, but doesn't he have to keep that back or what? Yeah. What's happening there? Or so, yeah. Now, either way, most of the grid has formed up behind the safety car, excluding 2 drivers. Yeah, and Han gave it back now, and actually, Dutchy gave that back, and Han is pulling into the pit lane. It's a bad time. Or, no, not Han, Bigger Fubian is pulled into the pit lane, so that's not a good time to pit, I would say, but to each their own. Sireni 200 will profit from that, he'll go P9 now. So 3 drivers that are still not behind the safety car queue. And 4 drivers out of our initial 15 have crashed out, so 11 are left. And the race is only halfway, so it's very much possible that even more people crash out. Now we're just waiting for 2 more drivers to resume the race. They are... What? Bugger Fubian now crashes out. What on earth? What on earth? Bugger Fubian is... How is he out? How is he out? Yeah, he's out. I don't understand. What? How? This racing is getting weirder and weirder. J-Ray crashes randomly at the pit lane, and now after pitting, Bugger Fubian is out. I don't know, maybe he's got a gas leak. It's inexplicable, but we're waiting only for 1 driver, I guess, to resume the race. That's Ragic, but perhaps because of... Yeah, safety car in this lap, so I guess Bugger Fubian's crash is not that big of an issue, since we're not gonna prolong the safety car because of it. The race restart is about to take place. Classy now with Kevin Van Dijk and Frietsaus finishing what? Jans, Chicks, Han, Dutchy, Sireni 200 and Ragic. Really interesting things happening here. So Kevin Van Dijk, well, he doesn't lead the championship. I think I've been saying that he leads the championship, but no, he doesn't. He's second. However, Classy now controller disconnects, but Classy will resume the race here. He's being followed by Kevin Van Dijk. No major passes there yet. Is there a big gap forming behind? We're on board with Fritzes now. No, he hasn't been able to form quite that big of a gap. Or has he? I think he might. No, he doesn't. But no major passes there from the race restart. on both now with Jix. Jix goes for the pass on Jans, his teammate. Jans lets him by. I think that's a good move. Team player there. And with that, Jix has a penalty. I think he had it before though. On both his Frietsos, all the drivers still basically in the same line. Now Jix might be going for the pass here on finishing hard. No, he decides not to. He goes for it here. Well, good defending there, but finishing hard. And I think they might have touched there a little bit. However, I don't think there's anything too major. Jix goes for the inside line there on finishing hard. Finishing hard gets a better exit though. He retains his P4 for the moment. Now they're side by side going into this turn. Frietsos makes the pass on Kevin Van Dijk out for P2, and Jix makes the pass there on the Haas on finishing hard. So yeah, Kevin Van Dijk lost out there to Frietsos, but that's allowed Classy to escape maybe just a tiny bit. I mean, Frietsos was on the fresher tires, we knew that. Now we're on board with Ragic, however, makes the pass on Sireni 200. I think Sireni 200 passed Ragic before. No, actually, it wasn't because Han. Oh, what's that? There's been a crash. I think Ragic has been spun out. Was it by Sireni? Did Ragic just make a reset there? I think he might have. Let's get the replays here. I'm looking at a replay right now. Ragic and Sireni were racing. And yeah, Sireni just wholly spins out Ragic. And Ragic resets. I think forbidden in the rules. We see what the stewards think of that. And now Sireni 200 is on the wall actually. I was looking at the replay there, not the race. Sireni 200 spins out immediately after spinning out Ragic. Yeah, spinning out like Sireni 200 did there, that's outlawed, but so is a reset which Ragic just did, so there will be big penalizing, I feel like. I'll wait on both his Jix here, we'll see if he's gonna go for an overtake on Kevin Van Dijk. I think Jix's tires are a little bit fresher. He's now going for the outside line there. And yeah, he makes that pass. Kevin Van Dijk has got nothing on him there. So Kevin Van Dijk P4, now Jix moves into third. Classy retains the lead, Frietsos second. And DRS has now been enabled, we're on board with Jans here. On finishing out there, spins a little bit, he spins out of control and he's in the wall on the mains, or on the home straight. All the way to P7th now, Ragic there passes him, so it's P8. However, he's luckily able to continue the race. On both Frietsos now makes the pass on Classy, Frietsos takes the lead. Very good racing by him, he's had a great day today. Finishing hard being given a 3-second time penalty, corner cutting. So now Frietsos leads the race, Classy behind him, then Jix. And Kevin Van Dijk, I think he might not be able, he's not able to keep up with the top 3 here. So we have now the lead pack is Frietsos, Classy and Jix, being followed by Kevin Van Dijk. Let's see now, Jix right behind there, Classy. Jix goes for the overtake on him, and I think he makes it count. Yup, Classy can't defend that. So, yeah, you can see the the tire ages there. So Frietsos is on 9 lap old mediums, but Jix is also on the mediums, but they are fresher. And Classy is on 15 lap hard, so those are getting old. They are getting old indeed. On board with Classy here, it looks like Classy might be having issues keeping up with the 2 leaders here. I think that's the case. Jans passes Kevin Van Dijk. Kevin Van Dijk is pitting actually. Yeah, those tires are old. Might be a smart move. Yeah, Classy is now beyond a second of the leaders. And now we have Jix going for the pass on Frietsos. He makes it, gets the inside line. However, Frietsos sideswipes him and takes the lead back. Very nice racing there by the 2 drivers. Jix, however, I think is still eyeing up that number 1 position already has to make a steering correction there, very sudden, which has allowed Classy to sort of move back into the into right behind Fritzels and Jake's the battle there. Good for Classy. Now both with Jake, let's see if he makes the overtake here. For the outside line, pick up inside, yes he will, and see now into this straight 3. This is a good, Hahn has given time penalty, but we'll ignore that. Let's see, inside or outside, I think he's, no, we won't go for the overtake here. It's really nice looking racing there. I don't know, we'll see what Jake says, but I think Fritzels may have used some illegal defense. Hard to say from a commentator's perspective. Other way, now they're heading into the set of turns there before the straight number 1. Oh, Jake has to slow down quite a lot. He almost kind of flew into Fritzels almost. Yeah, he's really eyeing up that pass. He wants to make it. Now, going into straight number 1. Let's see. Goes for the outside line into that turn. Will he make it count? Oh, they touch! And Jix hits the wall! And Classy now coming in. Oh, that's hard to say there what happened. I'm looking at the replay now. Yeah. No, I think that's on Jix actually. I think he's got a little bit too hard on the inside, which has caused the crash. But luckily, it's not too major. Classy wasn't able to overtake either of them, and I don't think they sustained that big of damage. And now something on sector 3. Was it Sireni again? No. Jix has the time penalty, yeah, I recall now. That's, of course, always a big factor to remember. Now, we have just 10 laps remaining. And the top 3 drivers still are Jix, Fritzels and Classy. Oh, what's that? Jix has let Fritzels by. Why? Why did he do that? That's an interesting move. Perhaps he'll explain that later, but Jix simply surrenders his position to Fritzels. It's being followed by Classy. Maybe he was regretting. I mean, I said that was his fault, but really it's hard for me to say. I'm not an expert on these issues. Oh, and now Jix is going for the overtake again, and they once again hit, and I think this time it's Fritzels who defends a bit. How would I say? You know, on the limits of legality, let's put it that way. Jans is 4 seconds behind the leader, so hard for him to catch up. And yeah, Classy is still 18 lap old hards. Hard for him to catch up with those, or keep up with those rather. But he's a good driver. He's a good driver, of course, so we'll see if he can keep up. He had some issues before, but Jix and Fritzels have been battling so hard that that's kind of allowed for Classy to stay up with the 2 leaders. Now Jix once again eyeing up this pass here in straight number, I think we're on the straight number 3, yeah. But he won't go for it. Yeah, I think straight number 1 is the passing zone here in Marina Bay. On the home straight now, heading for lap 23. Classy is being able to keep up quite well, so perhaps I'm too quick to judge. Yeah, well, what's that? Fritzels got a bit wide. That's allowed Jix to catch up to him. They're now side by side, going into straight 1. I think that's gonna allow for Jix to really a bit of connection issues, so I can't see it now. Yeah, Classy made the pass. Hold on, I'm looking at the replay here. Yeah, Classy goes for the pass there. Passes Fritzels. And they touch. Yeah, I think the issue is that Fritzels touched actually bigger than I thought. Yeah, I think the issue is the drivers there that have been like the drivers that have had a person trying to pass them from the inside. I think they've just not given enough space there, and that's led to the collisions. By the way, Classic, really, I think now this is allowing for Jigs to kind of like run away from the two, from Classic and Frietzaus. Yeah, looking like it. Oh, when not said Dodgy there is having issues. Cameron Dake passes him there. Okay. Well, hopefully he recovers. I think he does. To Fritzos here. So yeah, Classic is now 1.5 seconds behind Jigs. So I think Jigs, we can now safely say that Jigs is the leader. And we have the hunt pair of Classic and Fritzos now behind him. And Jigs' tire situation is also the best out of those three. However, Jigs has a penalty of 3 seconds. But 7 laps remaining. We'll see if Jigs even wants to pit here, or Classy. If Classy wants to pit, he would probably pit sooner. I think Classy is thinking about not pitting here. Frietzo's, I think Frietzo's tires at this point are worse than Classy's, so he's probably not able to quite challenge that. 3 second time penalty is there for Jigs, hard, and finishing hard. But, you know, oh there! To say there what tires are better, but Classy now fighting back for it. Let's see. Nope, he won't take it back there, at least on that turn. Now on to the home straight. Yep, they're completely falling off Jigs. So it's gonna be probably Jigs. Oh, there Classy now takes a much better line. Frietzaus goes way wide, and that gives Classy the opportunity to take back his position. However, Frietzaus not done with him. He goes for the inside eye bomb. Did they touch again? Now there's close. Let's see. Going into the straight number 1. Classy, is he gonna go for the overtake? I think he is. Yep, goes for the inside of that turn. Frietzaus, you gotta give more space than that. But, he's fine, I think. Oh no! Cuts inside! And Frietzaus is now third. Classic got inside there, made the pass. Frietzaus is third. And time penalties being added there for finishing hard and Sireni 200. Classy now third. Sorry, Frietzaus now third, Classy second. Frietzaus is scored. Has had a really good race today. Hopefully he'll be able to make it even better by improving his place even more in the podium. And you can see that Jans has actually gained a little bit on the chase pair. So he used to be around 8 seconds behind, now he's 5.5, but it's just 6 laps remaining, and I think that he's got enough time to catch up to them. But what you can see is Classy is now 4.6 seconds behind Jigs, and that means that Jigs' 3 second time penalty is nullified. And what's that? Rogic is... What is he doing? He's just turning straight into the wall. I mean, big issues. Sireni 200 is getting lapped at some point soon here. What is Rogic on? What is happening? He keeps crashing into the wall. What? Mister, I don't know what to tell you. There we go. Yeah, there's some big issues with the commentators. Sometimes hardcore, they need to be reset. I don't know if you heard my tirade about what the Rogic was doing, but that was just, I don't know, that was the worst piece of racing I've ever seen, I think. But Friedsaus is still third, Classy is second, and as I said, yeah, Janssens, he caught up for a bit, or was catching up for a bit, but now he's again falling back. Friedsaus, I think he's gonna want to make a pass. Yeah, it's strange. I haven't had these we haven't had these commentators. Well, we have had issues with the commentators, but we haven't had this kind of issues. So it's interesting. Always a different type of issue every weekend. But you know, we manage. By the way, still on board with Friedsaus. I'm not sure if his sponsor is lower than Classy, but he's gonna wanna make. I think he would like to make an overtake at some point. Let's see here, but he would need to be a bit closer for that. So I think it's just he's settling. He's fine with just driving behind Classy for the moment being. Dutch is in the whirl, but you know, there's nobody's challenging him at the moment, so it's fine. Yeah, I think Friedsaus is starting to eye up on a pass a little bit. I think he's a bit closer than he was previously. Finishing hard, Siren wanted pits. Finishing hard also pitted there, so Siren was going for the soft compound, and maybe he's hoping for a safety car in the end. And it's not. And Classy is actually catching up a little bit to Jakes. There's still some four laps remaining. Actually more like 3 laps. Leading Fisher, but it's only catching up to Jakes. Yeah. Still on with Friedsaus. It will be interesting to see. I don't think. Oh well, there was an issue with my commentator wheel, and as it happened, as I was babbling about it, Friedsaus did overtake Classy. However, it's at the expense of time on Jakes, so they will not be catching up to Jakes. And now Classy going for the overtake back on Friedsaus. Let's see. Goes for the side switch, but no, Friedsaus retains his lead there. Interesting things happening here. Now Classy goes for the inside line there, and they touch once again. I have a hard time determining whose fault that is. Now let's. Classy and Friedsaus have probably crashed like 5 times by this, but let's see here. I'm sorry, but I think I have to put that on Friedsaus again. He's not been giving enough space. However, what's happened there? Friedsaus has been taken out by Classy. So I'm looking at the replay now. What happened there? I think this time it's Classy who's not giving it. Friedsaus is out. That's a big shame. Friedsaus was having a great race. It's a huge shame that Friedsaus wasn't able to hold on to. It's such a shame that he's now out of the race. He was having great race, as I said, but it is what it is, unfortunately. So it's looking more and more like the positions for this race are clear. Chicks will win the race. Classy is going to be second, then Jans, Kevin van Dijk, Han and Dutchy finishing hard, and Sireni will be last. He will be 8th as he will go by Classy, or sorry, Friedsaus at some point. Yes, it was a good race, and now I'm wanting to look at the standings and how they will be affected. So, at the moment, Jix is 5th with 18 points. He will get 25. 18 plus 25, that's gonna be 43. So with that, he will be on top. Classy is not yet on the list as a race in this, how do I call it? This year before. Where he will get the 20 points. Is it 20? No, it's 18 points. Yeah, it's 18 points. He will get those 18 points. With that, he will be on par with Dylan Collins and Jix. Actually, not on par with Jix because Jix will move first. Jans hasn't set a time yet, so he will. I can't remember off the top of my head how many points each one will get. By the way, Jix is on the last lap. He will finish the race in first. We'll go back to the standing updates, but the most important takeaway is that the new P1 driver for the standings here is going to be Jix. Actually, I'm not sure how much does P4 get. Yeah, P4. No, I think Kevin on Baker might still be able to hold it. How much? 12 points. I'm pretty sure it's 12 points P4 gets. So yeah, with that, Kevin on Baker still retaining 47. Jix will move second, however, with 43. Jix now coming into the final corner here. He will cross the finish line in first. There, he's done it. He's first. Very nice driving by him. He moves second with that. Classy is second. Actually was able to catch up a little bit there on the last few laps, but he couldn't catch up enough for it to alter the positions. As you remember, Jix had a time penalty, so he of course would have, if the gap was less than 3 seconds, he would have lost his first place. But it wasn't, so he will retain it. We're not waiting for 3 drivers to finish. They are Han, Dachi and Sireni. But there will not be any position altercations unless somebody manages to mess up here on the last laps. I don't think that's gonna happen, however. There, Han finishes now on board with Dachi. And she still has a bit of a way to go. But it's alright. Being followed by Sireni. Sireni is, I think, was just lapped by Dachi. And there Sireni also finishes, so we're done with the race session. Now, looking more into the standings. Han finishes 5th. Driver for the day goes to Dachi, okay. Han finished 5th. Han was 12th. In the standings, I can't remember how much 5th. I think 5th gets 12 points. Or 10, I might be mistaken. Either way, he will move up some spaces there, quite a lot actually. I think he's gonna move into 8th. Victor there, representing the Netherlands. It is, of course, Jix. Very good job for him. But tune in next time. We're gonna have a race on Sunday at 7 PM Central European time. And with that, goodbye from the commentating box.